Welcome everyone. Welcome to Butcher and the Beard. I'm David Butcher. That's John Shannon.
Hey,
This is our
live
special
after the Super
after
Bowl.
yeah, right
Yeah,
after the Super Bowl.
yeah.
We
What
are
a
on.
fucked up Super Bowl. Let me tell
Yeah,
you. Like even my girlfriend was fucking like
yeah,
that first half was complete trash.
yeah,
It was the more I was gonna go online, but I was like, what am I gonna fucking talk about? I wanted to just watch the commercials because the commercials were the only thing
yeah,
good about the first half of that fucking football game. And then in the second half, it started to get interesting. And then the refs decided to get involved and keep it close. Because if you don't think that Vegas has something to do with this, then you weren't watching this game because that was just fucking obvious. Like, they wanted to script the drama. Like there were penalties called that was like, wait, what?
yeah,
And like, over things and like I don't know, like it was a good game in the second half a little bit. Overtime was exciting, but it was
yeah,
so fucking scripted. It was like ridiculous. Like
yeah,
you let them come up and then like, you give them a chance to kick a field goal. Now the block field goal, obviously, you can't do any. That just happens. I'm sorry, the block extra point,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
what made it, a game. Um, but then like there was no doubt in my mind that Mahomes was gonna just walk, go up the field and get his storybook ending and tie the game. And then, in overtime, they had him stopped 3 and out, and then they call this defensive penalty. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I literally said to Katie, I was like, they're gonna let them go up and kick a field goal, and then Mahomes is gonna take the fucking thing. And she's like, no, the Niners are probably gonna win now. I'm like, no. I'm like, the NFL wants this. I'm like, they want the drama. They want
they
Mahomes to
love
be
it.
the new Tom Brady. So they're gonna let them get a field goal. They're not gonna let them score a touchdown, and then Mahomes is gonna get the ball, and they're gonna go right down the field, and they're gonna score a touchdown. They
Yeah,
haven't scored a touchdown in the entire first fucking half because it was just the most boringest fucking first half of football I've ever seen.
yeah, for
It was
sure.
really like literally like that Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Rams was kind of that boring in the first half too. But like for this football season, this was about as bad as you can get.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, what was it? The 3-0 game in the Thursday game between the what was it? The Raiders and somebody and
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
that was
This
like
year,
three to
yeah.
nothing.
Was it Broncos or somebody? I can't
Yeah,
even remember. It was
right.
somebody like that.
But this is the Super Bowl, and this is supposed to be your like big moment. So like you for sure knew that Vegas and the NFL and the powers that be were like, listen, we need to make this exciting in the second half and do whatever it needs to be because that was as boring as could be in the first half. Like I'm all about defensive football. That wasn't even good defensive football. It was just fumbles and nonsense and
Yeah,
whatnot. Like
yeah. No, for sure.
overall, not a great game. I mean, in history, they'll talk about it because it went into overtime and because Mahomes got his second in a row and he had the dramatic comeback. But I've watched a lot of Super Bowls in my time. Not one of my favorites
Yeah, no, definitely
overall.
not.
Like very scripted, very okay, I saw this coming a mile away. I'm glad I bet on the Chiefs. If Kelsey would have scored a touchdown and if Purdy would have thrown a pick, I would have won a lot more money. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. I still finished ahead, and I don't know. That's my rant on this fucking game. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, man. We've been saying, I hate to be that guy that goes, "Oh, the NFL's scripted," but dude, it writes the wall. I mean, it writes the shit on the wall for you, man. Like I've been saying that
Right.
for how long? Like people laugh in my face for, "Oh, it's no way." They give the eyes, they roll their eyes. Oh, it can't be scripted, dude. Vegas, if you've been watching our show and if you've been listening to this show, and I hope like in the future when this show
Mm-hmm.
is populated and blows up more than it is now, and people start running that tape back and saying like, what has the NFL become because of betting? Like nobody cares anymore about the sport. They just want the fucking money. Oh, like we're just talking
So,
about it now. If Travis
right.
Kelsey made a
And, it,
touchdown, we would have won more money. Did you care that they won
and
the
I
Super
don't
Bowl? You didn't
right no,
care.
and I
No.
don't feel like the like I don't even think they make it about who wins or who loses.
Yeah.
They just make it a close game. The
Yeah.
betting line was a point and a half, which means it was going either way. Which
Yeah.
means like those little penalties that keep the Niners in the game or don't make it a blowout, those matter.
Yeah.
The refs do what they have to do to keep the game close.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Like I don't think.
also so the Niners get a gift. because they should have been 3-and-out, and then there wouldn't have been so much drama. But they get this ridiculous holding call, and then they go all the way down, and then all of a sudden they make a couple big plays, and it's like, oh shit, they might score a touchdown.
Yeah, I
No,
thought they
we're
would.
gonna call holding, 10-yard penalty. We're gonna back you up,
Yeah.
and now you're gonna get a fucking field goal. Like, come on, like you gotta be kidding me. Like, I've seen it too many times. It's just ridiculous.
If you
And
watch tape for a living, or you watch tape as a fan that understands football,
yeah,
I promise you, they're holding 99.9% of the time on that defense and offensive line. I know they are. It's just what the refs want to call. That's why the refs are so inconsistent. That's why we talk about that on the show all the time, saying, hey, we don't trust the refs because they have too much power. They don't know when to call things. They don't know what to call. They're sitting there. Okay, so do they go to a huddle like after every play and say, hey, 99 is holding 81. Is that a flag? No, they don't do that.
Right.
So during the game, when we say Vegas is in their ear, it might not even be Vegas, but somebody is like, hey, you're going to have to start calling those plays.
I was laughing because before the game, you saw Roger Goodell like kind of talking to Taylor Swift, and he's like, don't worry, baby. He's probably telling her, like, you can't see their conversation. He's like, oh, it's going to be close. It's going to go into overtime, but you guys are going to win. So, just enjoy the show. He was telling her what was going to happen before it actually happened.
But that's what I'm saying.
Actually, what he probably was saying is, like, I thank you so much for, allowing us to know you, and hopefully we could work with you next year, and you could, like, play the Super Bowl or whatever, so.
Yeah, yeah, it's just such a shit show. Like at the end of the day, I'm starting to disregard all my love for my team. And I love them from the bottom of my heart, and I will always be a Dolphin fan. But the championship is just starting to degrade itself every year. More and more, you just start to...
Unless you're the next superstar.
Yeah. Unless
they
come and they say, Tua, you're going to be the next Patrick Mahomes now, you know what I mean? Or something, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's boring. And like,
now Mahomes can be beat, so like you can get those Cinderella stories because Brady was beat. Brady was beat 3 times.
Yeah.
Eli Manning did it twice. And like the refs, like I said, the refs' job is to keep it close and to keep it entertaining. Like when the Giants played them the first time, they were 14-point underdogs. The refs are like, let's kind of keep it close. But honestly, the way that game played out, there wasn't a lot of calls. So, like, they held the whistle. It wasn't about anybody winning. It was about the Giants fucking just taking it to him. And, they played a clean game, and then he lost. But, like, that Atlanta game was just like, okay, we're gonna give you, we're gonna just, let you guys come back and do whatever. And we're just gonna not blow the whistle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it started happening.
Horrible. And it's just like, we're going to let you guys bury yourselves. So I feel like, I'm not saying Vegas picks who's going to win, but what Vegas does is they say, okay, we're going to keep the games close so there's drama because people want drama. People don't want to, people don't want Mahomes throwing an interception, and ending the game in the fourth quarter. No, we want to keep people on the edge of their seats. So what's going to happen is, we're not going to give you that 3-and-out and give Mahomes a chance in overtime in field goal range already. No, we're going to give you a penalty. We're going to let you score a field goal, and then we're going to let Mahomes, do his thing and come all the way back. Because I can guarantee you, now they made all the plays, but if there would have been a play where like there was an interception or there was like a close play where they didn't get the first down, all of a sudden a flag would have came out. I just feel like that's how that kind of went.
We can't talk about it because it didn't happen, but like that 3rd and 1, and then they went for a 4th and 1, and then Patrick Mahomes ran it for the first down. Like
right, if he didn't get that first down, I guarantee there would have been a penalty called. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they wanted that drama. That's not how the game was going to end. So
no, it was not. It was not happening. We already knew it. We called the
right. And but the thing is, guys, they make the plays. You know what I mean? Like guys, Mahomes, and listen, I don't want to take away anything from Patrick Mahomes. He was fucking phenomenal. The guy did everything today. I don't know if he was named MVP. I'm sure he should
Yeah, he
be
was. He was.
because
He won the MVP.
he killed it. Like the dude played lights out. Like
Yeah.
the guy just performs.
And he was
Even
playing
those
like
last
shit
couple of drives,
earlier,
it was
but then he came
like,
back.
okay, I'm not going to get the first down. Well, I'm going to run for the first down.
Yeah.
So you know what? The dude is just, he's amazing. He's everything the NFL needs in their, the face of the face of the NFL going forward for the next 10 years. He's only 24. He'll be in the mix because he's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
And he's the face of the franchise. They have the Swifties now. I don't know how long that's going to last, but they're going to be around for a long time. Andy Reid is like this lovable, coach that everybody likes. Where even though Belichick was successful, like nobody liked Belichick. He was a dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and more than anything, you're a Dolphins fan. You got to see that fucker twice a month.
Yep.
Fucking year.
Yeah.
He's a fucking asshole.
He's a fucking asshole.
But
That guy was beating a
everybody
whole bunch.
loves fucking Andy Reid, and then he has all the State Farm commercials. Like you can't even ask for a better, face of the franchise, face of the league. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have that. I'm not saying they're gonna win every single year because, but the refs are gonna keep the game close, and maybe someday will overcome him.
Yeah.
But it hasn't happened the last couple of years, and who knows if it'll happen next year. But this was it. This was the last of the hurrahs for the football. I guess it ended on a good note because of an overtime win.
Yeah.
But like we said, like all the predictions, we said the Chiefs were probably going to win.
Yeah, we
And we were right. So that's it. This was our after school special.
Yeah, we just want to
It
let
was a little
to
late.
come on. Yeah, it's late.
Yeah, it was a little late because normally the games are over by now, but this was like this. I think they said that like the second or third longest game of all time.
Yeah, because
of the overtime.
If they didn't make that last point right there, that was have been the last time out. And they would have went to a double overtime.
Yeah,
Yeah, they would have went to a double overtime.
But they said that with the new rules, it would have been like playing a second quarter, so they wouldn't have changed field position or
okay.
that. So they would have just continued from where they were.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because he did a little play fake and fucking dude was wide open. Which, if you've watched any NFL, and I watched a lot of NFL, that play
is.
I mean, the Chiefs run it, the Dolphins run it, every fucking team runs it. I mean, like it's a common play in the NFL that these guys hit. Like I'd say like
Shanahan was watching that motion.
Should have
called timeout. He should have called timeout when he saw that motion.
He should have called a timeout, but because he got up to the line so quick and he just run it, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
They were on their heels.
Because when he lifted his leg and he saw Scantley, or what was Scantley, right? Was it Scantley? No, it was what's the name? It came back Hardman. Nicole Hardman came from the Jets back to the Chiefs.
I mean, listen, they're gonna say, "Oh, the Niners played a great game and this and that." It's like, bro, the fucking you beat a rookie team with the fucking Packers, and then the second one, the Lions. The Lions coach decided not to kick field goals, so you beat them, and then the refs fucking kept you in this fucking game the second half. So I'm sorry, this was a trash Super Bowl. We kind of saw it coming, and that's my fucking rant. My rant is the Chiefs deserved it. We saw it coming though, and the trash is just fucking the Niners. Like you shouldn't even have been in this game. The refs fucking helped you out, and the fact that they wanted a close game for Vegas. To show Taylor Swift all excited at the end, but like, did you really think that wasn't going to happen? Like, come on, like, watch what's going on. So
I watch, and then I cry because I'm ready for the Dolphins to have a face of the franchise for 15 fucking years. Somebody they can win a Super Bowl with. Like, I hope it's Tua, and I really so.
That's it until the next season.
Yeah,
to opening weekend. We're going to have the draft coming up. We'll talk a little bit about that. But the NFL is done for a few weeks. The Chiefs will get their parade and, whatever will happen, and they just move on. And then, we're going to have NASCAR next week and we're going to have baseball spring training coming up soon, and then we're going to have the All-Star break, and then we're going to be into the heat of the playoff battles for both hockey and
And
NBA.
basketball, yep.
So Butcher and the Beard is going to be going strong, even though the NFL is in its off season right
And we
now.
will
And
be live on Kick once a week if you want. We can go live on Kick once a week because I have all that set up also.
yeah,
So we just got a Kick set up. So make sure to join us on that. Same name, Butcher and the Beard, all one letter on Kick, the app. So make sure to download that. It's all set up. You'll see our logo, our banner. We have it already ready to go. So maybe this week we'll find a day that John has a good time for nighttime, and we'll go live and we'll be on for a couple hours and we'll just talk. And if people join, they join. If you guys join and want to talk, we're going to be there. And then eventually we'll be growing on there because it's a little faster than YouTube right now. YouTube is taking us like to 50 subscribers. Then Kick, I can go live with Butcher and the Beer right away. So we can go live right now. So
see whatever happens. We did 4 bottles of wine and a bottle of champagne today to kick off the Super Bowl, and
oh man,
that was the most exciting time. I thought the half show was okay.
yeah.
Did you enjoy the halftime show?
I
mean, it
went
was all
live.
right.
I went live with my
Oh, did you?
with Wagstar. So
Okay.
I had to finish that up. So I didn't even watch the halftime show. That was when I was doing all this other stuff.
Well, Katie was all into it. It was all like Usher, and they had Ludacris and all these other guest stars and stuff. And I'm like, I didn't listen to this music, but it seems to be going pretty cool. Like I've seen worse, and it was pretty good. Like I said, it's not my type of music overall,
Yeah.
but I didn't have an issue with it. I thought it was cool. None of the commercials really stood out for me. The Deadpool 3 trailer, I got me really excited.
Yeah, that looked good.
Um,
I watched that.
Big Marvel fan. That looks pretty good. That's really kind of about it that stood out for me. The Jason Momoa commercial. Did you see that one?
Nah, I had to watch
That
it.
was pretty good. That was for Verizon.
Dan
That
Marino
was
was
all
in a
right.
bunch of commercials.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
I mean, the commercials are sometimes more entertaining than the game, and it definitely was more entertaining in the first half. That first half, oh god, it was awful.
I like the
It
one
really
with Vince
was.
Vaughn. Vince Vaughn and Tom Brady. That one's pretty
Oh,
funny.
that was pretty funny. That was
Yeah.
pretty funny.
He's like,
Yeah,
you've done enough winning, Tom. He's like, what about a 7-year
yeah.
pool
Everybody's in
champion?
except Tom Brady. Yeah,
And I'm like, I like Tom
everybody's in.
Brady more like now that he's not a player anymore because like I don't have to worry about him.
Well, he's gonna be out there. He's gonna do commercials. He
Yeah.
did a commercial with J Lo and Ben Affleck for Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh
That
yeah.
was kind of funny.
Yeah, I saw
That
that.
was kind of funny. So now he's going to be out there, and then next year I believe he starts his broadcasting stuff, right?
Yep, he's been
he's going
signed
to
to
be a
what 10 years
broadcaster.
or something like that. Something crazy.
I mean, he obviously has, the personality to, to get off, with fun, comedy and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
like
for
I think
sure.
he'll have a good you know post football player career as a broadcaster. He'll bring some good personality, and he can deliver some one liners. The Mannings have mastered it, so he will.
Yeah, for sure.
But Belichick, I don't know how he's gonna what he's gonna do. Maybe take
No.
a night off, take a year off, and I don't know.
Hey,
But
as long as he's not coaching, I don't care.
yeah, well, I don't think he's gonna be, unless the Chiefs are looking for a new coach. But I don't think so. So
I don't think so.
Andy Reid's slowly catching up to him. But it was. I guess the second half and the overtime was an entertaining game, but it felt forced. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it felt like the refs and the way that the game was called, it was forced into being an exciting game. So to give us the drama, but at the end of the day, the fucking Swifties won and the Chiefs won, and I won about $80 today. So
Yeah, you did good.
here's to us, David, because we called it. We said we called the Chiefs.
We draw the
Like I
Chiefs.
said, we've been wrong. We've been wrong before, but we were just like calling it as we see it, man. We watch a lot of fucking sports. That's why we do this fucking show. So fucking Chiefs are gonna win, and the Chiefs fucking won. So on to next week in NASCAR.
NASCAR.
Morgan. You're
Yep.
listening. I know you're listening, Morgan. We're gonna get more intel from you next week.
Yep.
We're gonna get your intel on who's gonna win the Indianapolis 500.
We'll probably get him on Saturday, a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We'll get him in on Saturday so he can talk to us, and then he can
Yeah,
tell us about the
absolutely.
race tomorrow. I'm in on Sunday, so we'll get him on Saturday.
All right.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys. We love you, man. Like I said, we'll be on Kick
We'll be back on Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping in because
Yeah.
I had a lot to drink tonight.
Nice. Well, you enjoy. We're out. We love you guys.